Hi guys, how are you? So Olivia is 9 weeks old and we've just kind of gone into the 9 weeks, and so this week she is having her immunisations. I said it. I didn't actually think I'd be able to say that out loud. I can say it in my head, but I thought it was a bit of a tongue twister. But immunisations. I enjoyed saying that, but I won't enjoy the actual immunisations. I just want to keep saying it. But basically, Olivia is, you can hear her in the background. She's coming on leaps and bounds. Look at her. Hello. Say hello. Hello. Tomorrow, she has got her immunisations, and so my understanding of these is, I remember it with George. I remember I didn't like taking her and him, and I am dreading tomorrow, I must be honest. It's just one of those things where you know it's going to upset them and make them a bit unsettled, and you feel really bad doing it, but you know it's for the right reasons. Tomorrow she gets 3 things. So she gets 1 injection in one thigh. This is, by the way, 2022, so if you're watching this, you know, a few years down the line, it may well have changed by then, but I'm currently, the month is March 2022. So the injections that she gets 1 in each thigh, and also an oral medicine as well. The vaccines that she gets, I've actually made a note of them. So the rotavirus vaccine, which is the oral one that goes into her mouth, that's like a bug that can affect young babies. It can cause vomiting, diarrhea, tummy ache and a fever. So that is an oral one, and actually apparently it tastes quite nice, so that one isn't bad, which is really good. The next one that she has is the Men B, which is meningitis. I think it's the meningitis one. It's called Bexero, and it's injected into your baby's thigh at 8 weeks. The infection that actually can get caused if you don't have this vaccine can cause meningitis and sepsis, and lead to severe brain damage, amputation, and sadly in some cases death. So that is one of the injections. There's another injection that goes in the other thigh, and that is a 6-in-1 injection. That one isn't meant to hurt as much as the Men B one. It might be the consistency of the liquid, I'm not sure. But basically this covers hepatitis B, HIV, polio, tetanus, and whooping cough as well. Now the symptoms, I've been looking into the symptoms of what she could end up with, just so I can prepare myself. So I've got the Calpol ready. We're to take the Calpol straight after the injections, and then every 4 hours, obviously monitor a fever as well. So she could get sick after the vaccines. 1 in 10 babies may experience sickness. She could end up with a fever. So the Calpol is to kind of just keep her calm throughout the day, and hopefully make sure that she doesn't get a fever. She could get diarrhea, tiredness and irritability. Can I say that? She could get that. Crying, which I know I'm going to expect. And redness and swelling at the point of where the injection is. So those are all the things that could actually, she could get, all the symptoms and the side effects. The things that we're covering her for is so many things. I know it's the right thing to do, but I'm just really nervous about getting it done. And I'm sure other mums feel the same. So what I wanted to do is record this video so I can share our experience, and then hopefully it will help you as well. If you're a mum watching this and you're just really sad about getting it done, I'm sure I am going to be exactly the same. I probably will cry when it happens, and I just want to share how she is afterwards so you guys know what to expect. So we're just getting ready to go now. Olivia is so smiley and happy. I feel awful that she doesn't know what's about to happen. I mean, I know it's all for the greater good, but it really makes me feel sad. Ooh. Anyway, I've got my Calpol, and I've got a bottle of milk that I'm going to take just to calm her down if she needs it. She's not ready to go back in the car today. If you hear her whimpering, that is why. Oh, baby! It's going to be okay. waiting for our jabs. Aren't we, baby? So we're back in the car. She's falling asleep. I felt so bad. I know it's the right thing in the long run. I mean, getting meningitis, you know, or something like that would be absolutely awful. So I know it's the right thing to do. But I just cried. It just made me a bit sad. Of course, she felt the needle go in and she did cry. And I just felt so bad because I felt like, you know, I'm the one that should be protecting her and I feel like I've hurt her. But I'm glad it's done now. She's had a Calpol, she stopped crying. So now just have to keep on top of the Calpol for every 4 hours. See how she is. But I think I'm just going to spend the afternoon cuddling her. And I've got to go and get George shortly. So, yeah. So currently feeding Olivia before the school run after injection. She's had her Calpol. She seems quite alright. She's not crying or anything. She's just half asleep, to be honest. And the nurse did say that it can make them a little bit tired. So she is tired. She's got her eyes half open. Look, poor baby. I feel so cruel. But I know it was definitely the right thing to do. But I'm just trying to get her feed down and out, just in case she doesn't feel like it later. I would have fed her before the injection, but actually I had it in my phone as 12:30. No, I had it written down as 2:30. And then I had it in my phone as 2 o'clock. So I had to ring up and yeah, it was 2 o'clock and that was at 10:10. So yeah, anyway, don't know how I managed to do that. Just trying to catch up on a bit of work after the injections, but it's very teary and just wants to be cuddled. So I think I'm going to be in this position all night. But as long as she's okay. She seems alright. She's not got a fever. The Calpol is keeping her okay. I'm trying not to too much to touch her legs because she's had an injection in both legs. So I'm just trying to hold her by under the bum really. But she seems okay-ish. Just needs cuddles. So it is now. She's just had a second lot of Calpol. Struggling to move her at the moment because her legs are a bit sore. So the tops of her legs are sore. So I've just given her a bit more Calpol. I fed her. She never normally cries while I'm holding her really. She often doesn't like to be put down. But now she's even screaming when I've held her and she's just been fed. I just feel so sad. I know it's all part of the process and she'll be absolutely fine, but I just want to share what happened for us so that you can be a bit prepared for how it's going to be. Anyway, she's asleep again now, but she just randomly just starts crying. Hoping this Calpol kicks in a minute. She's taking that every 4 hours at the moment. I think her legs, tops of her legs are a bit sore, so I'm not going to bath her tonight. I just don't want to do anything to, you know, like disturb her. Feel like, poor girl, breaks my heart. She seems a bit brighter this morning. In the night she was a bit teary. Woke up a few times, sad, but she's alright. She seems a lot better today. Doesn't have a fever, so I've stopped giving her the Calpol. If she starts crying and stuff like that, I'll probably give her a bit more. There we go. You okay now? Yeah. You're glad you've had your injections now, aren't you?